Hi guys, my name is Mohammad Muzammil Ahmed. I'm pursuing my Masters of Business Administration. So I would like to give a presentation on Bank of America. One of my unit subjects, strategic management, and my instructor is Michelle Clemons. So coming to PowerPoint slides, the headquarters, as I said, it is located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they started this ATM is using ATM card in the beginning of 1957, which is too early. So, and after that, in 1958, the Bank of America introduced the first national license credit card program that is called as the Bank America card, as we are using today, the credit card. So, which eventually expanded and became known as the Visa card. And in 1983, the bank introduced its first home banking product, also known as the online banking today, where customer could access their account balances and perform basic banking services. In this nowadays they introduce, as per their product, everyone is using that mobile banking app. The Bank of America has a mobile banking. It is a new innovation, and every bank is using that. So it was the online banking was introduced in 1983, but these uh, mobile banking app, it was introduced in the last decade. And then coming to the upcoming slides, mission statement. I will just go through the mission statement which I found on my data. Is like, we have defined our core mission as making people's financial lives better by building closer connection with stakeholders, including our customers, client, investors, regulators, community partners, and employees. Our focus has been on strengthening and financial foundation, simplifying and integrating the company, and working to resolve legacy issues, including litigation which arose as a result of economic downturn. We are continuing to improve the products, services, and services and expertise our customers and clients need to buy houses, grow businesses, manage their finances, and improve their lives. So here the mission statement states that, like, the bank is improving themselves to make better customer services and to have better relation with the client, with the investors, with the regulators, and the employees. So, and the next part comes, like, it is also helping the companies, and that, like, many of the Bank of America has merged with many companies, to make better growth, to make a large finance. And it also helps at the time of inflation in 2010. It also helps the customers to buy houses, grow businesses through lending money. So there is a mission statement. Then coming to the next, corporate social responsibility. you know Bridge, what we have in San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge. So AP Janani, means like the Amandio Janani, who is the founder in 19th century. So at the time he helped to make this bridge. So he has given bond for almost like 400 millions. According to current scenarios, current currency, he has given 400 millions to build that bridge. It is like 1.6 miles bridge. It is so long, so it has helped him. So he has come forward, and there was no one to who came forward to make this. So this guy helped, and he financed, and he founded this Golden Gate Bridge construction. Then coming to the fund, he also funded the nation's railway during the American Industrial Revolution. So at the time of America's revolution, so he also helped to make the railways during that time. And the thing is, like, the finance, he also financed Hollywood during the Great Depression. At the time of depression, so he also, at the time, also the same, the guy, the founder, Amando Ginani, he helped to build the Hollywood, because there was a lot of finance, but it is, no one came out, not even other banks like Chase Bank or Citibank or Wells Fargo, but these banks helped. And he also helped him to making a first movie that's called The Child Flew in the Wind, so which is one of the famous movie. So he also invested in that almost like 30 to 40 millions to make that movie, and it is most popular uh, in the world. So what is that movie called? I think the first movie, that the movie The Kid, Gone with the Wind, that is the movie name. So the next is like the corporate level strategies which the bank uses is like the directional growth strategy uses horizontal concentration for a competitive advantages and increase market share. And the second thing is like acquisition of countrywide home loans, means like they are providing home loans at the time of depression in 2010 2008 when the inflation was there, the country when the crisis went down, when there are no jobs, nothing. So at the time they provided loans with very less interest, and they have given zero APR time period for them. And at the time of and this decade they also had acquisition of Merrill Lynch. He's the current CEO of Bank of America, and he's the richest manager so far in the world, and he helped Bank of America to a next level. He took it to the next level in deducting in cost expenses, operating expenses, and the other things to help him growth. He helped a lot. So the next thing is the business level strategies coming. So this is the main important thing. So how to create the business, how to grow the business. So the first thing is economic value creation. These are main important economic value creation. Like if you keep the service cost low, so most of the customer get attracted and they will come and they will join they'll join Bank of America. And they keep equipment cost low. We have almost like 6100, it's like 6100 branches. So if we keep the equipment cost high, so it's gonna be very much, operating expenses will be very high. So we need to keep the equipment cost low, then increase the customer perceived value. Then coming to the cost leadership, so improve operation management. Like when you improve the operation management, so it will also help to have a cooperative, and it will also help to create solutions to solve the solutions in the company. So these are the two main things in business level strategy. Coming to next thing is strength and weaknesses of the internal strength, SWOT analysis. So the strength and weakness comes from the internal analysis. So coming to strength, strong global presence, as Bank of America has favorable business with mixed diversifications, like it is merging with every small organizational, every small financing companies. They are joining hands to have a big business. Strong capital adequacy to cushion insolvency arrangements. Like they have the capital at the time of at the time of 2010, as they don't have operating expenses, but now they have put the strong capital they have. So even though at the time of risk they can use that. So that is a strategy, means like, so the weaknesses is deteriorating reputation in the banking industry, means yeah, the same thing I want to explain. At the time of 21st century, so they got such reputation, is like due to that they don't have the operating expenses, and due to the inflation, so this happens. So inability to contain operating expenses is the second thing, weaknesses. Then coming to opportunities and threats from external analysis. So opportunities, it's like strong market positions they have as they're holding. So growing mobile banking market, here is the main point. Bank of America, they has like more than 15 million users in mobile banking. This is the only app that has the highest. So it is very easy to use that app, and many of the customers are satisfaction with this app, mobile banking app, as everyone is using in their phone. So there is a new innovative things. You can just tap your mobile phone with that app, and you can pay the bill on the device in any store, anywhere, everywhere. So there is a new launch, means that they have a new launch on that. Then the threats, like the Financial Reform Act of 2010. After the crisis, after the inflation, there are like a lot of financial reforms. So it takes a company, any company, like any bank, to like reform to the new financial acts. So there are different acts like Durbin Amendment to Reform Law of 2011. So intense there is also like one of the threat is intense industry competition. There are a lot of industries, so they are coming into competitions. So like other banks, as I said, 3 other important banks. So globalization of financial services, like there are many, when we talk about credit cards, so there are many companies who are ready to give credit cards and a lot of things. It's without any security. So these also a threat to Bank of America, for the growth. The next thing is like the alternative strategies what they have. So increase customer satisfaction through innovative features. So it's like, yeah, it's like if they every day they are introducing new programs, new events, and every new offers. So through that they can have a customer satisfaction. It's like they can have a customer satisfaction, and they can also attract customers, to gain customers. When they have a lot of customers, so there will be a lot of deposits, and through that the bank will earn revenue, and the rebound in new markets and move forward for the negative customers. There will be a lot of negative customers who means like to try to demoralize you, means like take it into negative way, but the employees should work in positive way. So the other thing is like overcome competition in US by assessing global markets and balance risk. Yeah, it's like all over the world you need to balance the cash, balance the revenue. So there is a lot of competition in the global markets, so the revenue should be always balanced. Mm. And at last I want to conclude my video with saying like one of the few important points, as I told you, like through using a mobile banking, Bank of America looks to enter rapid growth areas while putting an emphasis on customer service. Through this mobile banking app, it has reduced Bank of America in operating expenses. Means like before they have almost like 200,000 or to 300,000 employees. So after creating these innovative things, so their number of employees has been reduced to 160,000. So that is a huge saving Bank of America has done. It's like not even Chase. Why? Because Chase also right now they have like 250,000 employees. So this is the main thing. So what they got achievement so far, and they have got a lot of achievement due to this mobile banking creating their product so good. And customers are also very satisfied. Even I use this app, and recently like I lost my card, so I just called customer service. They have reverted my transactions and everything. So the customer responses are quick, services is quick, and the app is working good. So I'm happy with this bank. So the thing is like the customer focus plan will be start of an organization wide customer training program. This is the thing, to focus on the customer. If the employees are trained like the focus on the customers, so they can get a lot of customers through that. And then according to financial analysis, the right now in 2010 the stock price of Bank of America was like almost $8. So 7 point change something $8, but now it came to 26. They have a growth. So still a lot of advisors are preferring for the Bank of America for the long term. And I can say here, the average, one more thing the Bank of America can do here, according to my findings, the average annual training cost per employee is like 1,200. So number of employees Bank of America has as per 2015 is like 156,000. So the annual cost for them is totally high. So they can reduce this thing. It's like almost they can reduce by 1,872 million. So they can save here with these. So hope this is my conclusion. So hope you guys like it. So if there is any updates I'm gonna give you. Thank you.